I want to leave Nigeria and reside in another country because Nigeria, the things happening in Nigeria is very appalling, and really, most of us are dying daily. No one is surviving here. The governance is bad.
Would love to leave Nigeria to reside in another country. Nigeria has a very low level of education.
I will leave this country, Nigeria, to another country if I have the opportunity to. The reason is very simple. Because of the system that runs here. The system here will not enable anybody do what they want to do as fast as they can.
I want to leave Nigeria because I understand that outside here you have a better opportunity, a better environment to do whatever thing you want to do.
The rate at which a lot of our young Nigerian youth want to disappear from Nigeria is unbelievable. And I mean the youth that are between the ages of 15, I'm not even saying 18 now, 15, the rate at which they want to leave Nigeria is alarming. I mean, even with the recent recent occurrences, a lot of things that's happened, a lot of our young people keep calling me to say, which country can I go because I am tired of Nigeria. A lot of them are looking for scholarships. A lot of them are seeking for maybe greener pastures to go and work, even when they've not gotten admission. The truth is, we have seen cases of people who went irregular or they went illegally and they got into trouble. Can we get people to advise our young people to say, maybe it's not the best for us, or maybe guide them, even if they need to leave Nigeria, they have to do it the proper way. That's why the show is for you today. My name is Auntie Chichi and this is Teens Time. Today we're going to change up a bit because we have to keep this show relevant. We have seen a lot going on in recent time, and a lot of the people, a lot of our young people, including yours truly. I think I started thinking of I need to leave Nigeria because it's too many things are going on. But should we leave and do it the wrong way and then get in trouble? And in some cases, some people lose their lives. Today I have an authority in this whole, what would I call it? Immigration or migration, whatever. I have an authority who specializes in advising the youth on how to migrate legally, doing it the proper way. I'm not going to introduce him because I would want him to do justice to this. I think I'm going to allow Doctor to introduce himself. It's so nice to see you, sir. Please help me introduce yourself.
Yeah, good day. My name is Dr. Arome Salifu, Executive Director, Africa Youth Growth Foundation, AYGF. My pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. You said AYGF. I need you to break it down. What is AYGF?
Yeah, AYGF is Africa Youth Growth Foundation. Africa Youth Growth Foundation works in the area of migration development in general. Again, it was founded in 2003, officially incorporated in 2006. We work not just in Nigeria within the sub-region, but our focus mainly, like I said, is on migration and then development.
Okay. I know I read somewhere that in 2016 or so, there was statistics that stated that a lot of our young people, over 20,000 youth that left, that were caught in Mediterranean Sea, that 20%, 20,000 of them were Nigerians. They were over, but the majority of the youth they caught were Nigerians.
Yeah.
Is that, can you verify that?
Yes, of course. This is true, and it's just one of the cases wow. that of course they are happening every day. We have a lot of young people, young Nigerians living the shores of this country, regardless of the routes and the process. You know, it's actually like a desperate journey a lot of them embark upon, regardless of the risk and the consequences.
I think I'm a bit curious. How do they get to know, okay, maybe there's opportunity for you to go to Libya or go to Ghana or go to, how do they get this information? I'm curious.
Okay. Now, from our findings and the experience over the years, you have cartel, you have syndicates that are specialized, you know, in identifying and recruiting their victims.
Wow.
And they are very powerful, they are very sophisticated. In fact, I don't know if you are aware, irregular migration or human trafficking is a business.
Wow.
That is worth over $150 billion.
Wow.
Yes, which is much more than the worth of drug, you know, business in the world. So that means human trafficking has even higher worth than drug trafficking, you know, and that tells you the level of sophistication, the level of, you know, planning that goes into it, the network that operationalizes all the plans. And so it's not a joke to reflect on the fact that a lot of our young people have been victims, a lot are currently victims, and a lot will be victims if something is not done about it. But again, we need to go back to the basics to look at how best to make young people understand the issues around, you know, irregular migration, human trafficking, so that they will be in a position not just to save themselves, but they will be in a position to serve as agent of change, agent of new understanding of what the issues are, what the risks are, the consequences, and how best to mitigate these consequences.
Okay, so, okay, you talked about us going back to you know, the basics. Can we do that? Help me do justice to that.
Okay, so now in the spirit of going back to the basics, we have launched a campaign called Migration Information and Communication Campaign, MIC Nigeria, being supported information and Communication Campaign,
okay,
which is being supported by the German government through the Foreign Office. Now, this campaign is dedicated to, you know, escalate and give out the key information needed for young people, you know, and of course Nigerians in general, to be informed and to be in a position to take informed position on their traveling or migration, you know, decisions. Now, while we are talking about young people, but you equally have to think of the fact that it's not just young people alone. Oftentimes, the father will get involved, the mother will get involved, family members will get involved in the planning process, and some, they even go to the point of selling their property, you know, to make sure they cover up the logistics. These travels are not even cheap. Most often around 500,000, at times 1 million, they have to pay the cartel, you know, before they can even move. Now, if you have such money, two options are available for you. You can start a business in Nigeria and be able to grow that business and be in a position to travel at your own comfort and convenience through the regular routes or regular pathway.
Yeah, hold your thought there. Well, I want you to finish up, but you know, some people would be saying, I mean, I feel, let me just play the devil's advocate, because someone will be there saying, Nigeria, nothing works in Nigeria. I mean, you start a business, this money will just go down the drain. What do you tell someone like that?
Okay, good. You see, there's a lot of opportunities in this country, possibly because some of these people have never been to these places, so they have wrong notion that, you know, once they land on the street of Europe, money is there on the street for them to pick, or the street of America or anywhere else. The truth is, in these, you know, countries, it's not your certificate, it's the skills that you have. And so when you want to live, and that is why we need to educate, you see, when you want to live, there are certain questions you need to ask yourself. One, if you land in this country today, what can you do with your hand? Because it's no longer about your certificate.
Yes.
It's a different orientation. The society there is wired to work differently. You know, so what can you do with your skill, with your brain, once you arrive in that place? If somebody is to hire you, what can they hire you for? You know, what can they pay you for? And remember that once you don't have regular papers, I mean, once you don't have the papers, work permit also, you are going to be enslaved, taking advantage of, you know, and then of course that is where the dehumanizing, you know, situations will begin to set in and so on. And somebody could take, you know, your passport away, take advantage of you and so on. So you become more vulnerable. Now, a lot of people that have left this country, from the statistics, about 63% of them don't have any skill.
Wow.
Yes, they don't
63.
have. Yes, they don't have any. Yeah, they don't have any skill. So you arrive, the society cannot use you because you don't have any skill. Another challenge again is that they don't have the language. You know, for countries, for countries where they don't speak English, like Germany, for example, like Italy, like so you don't know the language. And again, that is a huge impediment.
Absolutely.
We happened to be among the team that went on study tour to Germany last year in November. And this journey, the other persons that was on that trip, we had NAPTIP, we have Nigerian Immigration Service, we have some members of the National Assembly, just about 7 or 8 members of that team. And then we on study tour for some days, you know, in Germany. And one of the common realization was the fact that in these countries, they want you to even first have to understand the language. They want you to understand the language first.
Yes.
Then secondly, that you have a skill they can buy. Once you have a skill they can buy, you are welcome. So first and foremost, get your preparation in place. So say, I want to travel to Germany. I want to relocate to Germany. But first and foremost, I need to learn the German language.
Okay.
Two, I need to, yes, then two, I need to learn the skill.
Okay.
Anyone can come first, it doesn't matter, but make sure you have these two before you leave. Then thirdly, that you make sure you get your papers, you get your appropriate visa that can enable you to enter the country first. Then two, that can actually allow you to work upon arrival or after some time, depends. You can actually arrive and express your interest to stay back officially, and they will attend to you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not as difficult as people think, but that you risk your life. You go through the desert, you go through the high sea, I mean the Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
A lot of persons are dying on the Mediterranean Sea. A lot of persons are perishing in the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
Every single day. Even as we speak, people are planning to move.
Wow.
Yes, people are planning to leave. And they are being brainwashed by this cartel. And that is why this campaign is being launched. Migration Information and Communication Campaign is here to help you support your travel or migration, you know, decision, such that you not be a victim of any of these things we are talking about. And let me tell you something, that you die in the Sahara Desert is not just the only thing, you know. That is, of course, the height of it, but
Yes.
your organs could be harvested. Yes, you know, your organs. In fact, organ harvesting is the in thing because,
Wow.
yes, it sells like, you know, like hotcake. It sells in millions. So the cartel are really focusing on organ harvesting. So when you sleep, before you wake up, your kidney must have been taken away, and then they seal you back. And then, so God, yes, remember your family.
Are you serious?
Of course, these are
You know,
realities.
I hear things like, but sometimes I just feel like people exaggerate.
Yeah,
I just feel like, okay, no, this is not making sense.
Yes.
I mean, my head is pounding.
It's real.
Do they even educate them? Do they tell them what is out there before they even, I mean, the cartel?
in fact, the cartel is not interested in your welfare. It's not. They are not
Just
interested.
tell them what they want to
As far
do.
as they are concerned, it's a business for them. So
my
they are after protecting their interests. They don't care about your life. They don't care about your welfare. They don't care about your safety.
Wow.
And that is why the slogan of this, you know, campaign is very clear. You know, migration is not a crime. Just do it the right way,
Absolutely.
for your own safety and dignity.
Wow.
For your own safety and dignity. Because if you look at all of these conversations, it's not about the cartel. They don't care about you. It's about you we are talking about.
Absolutely.
Your safety first, then your dignity. You can be safe, but your dignity could be gone.
Exactly.
Right now,
When you are
we
a
have,
slave.
yes, we have a lot of slaves right now in Libya.
Wow.
Slaves. They buy them, peanuts, and then you are going to be on a farm
Wow.
continuously.
Wow.
Your father is not there, your mother is not there, nobody is there to. They don't even know you are there.
They don't know where you are.
Yes, they don't know where you are because there's no communication, nothing whatsoever. Yes, they take your phone from you, they take any form of communication from you.
Wow.
There's no internet for you to send an email, nothing.
Doc, you will hold your thoughts. We'll go on a short break, but we'll come back. We'll continue with, because my head is just doing like. I need to just take time and just get my thoughts together.
Okay.
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Thank you for sticking around. This is still Teens Time. My name is Auntie Chichi, and I have been talking to Dr. Arome Salifu. I hope I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. We have been talking about illegal migration. I mean, this is one of the biggest issues that we have in Nigeria. A lot of our young people, before it used to be from 18, now we have 15-year-olds
12
who are running away from Nigeria, and most of them are doing it the wrong way. They are being trafficked. They go and they become prostitutes. A lot of them go into, they start working or doing things that dehumanize them. So that is what the organization is all about. And we've been talking about a lot of things, including the campaign that your organization is
embarking
upon. So can you throw more light on that campaign?
Okay, yeah, the campaign has some key components. Now, one of the components is debate. We have a debate for secondary school students.
Okay.
Yes, this debate is to be sent online. If you go to our website, or you go to Mike Nigeria, or you go to aygf.org /Mike Nigeria, you're going to see, the conditions.
We're going to scroll down.
Yes.
So that you can get it.
So at the end of the day, everyone is eligible to participate as long as you're in secondary school.
Okay.
No, as long as you're in secondary school.
Okay, from just 1 to SS.
Yes. The conditions are clearly stated. And then we have essay competition for undergraduates as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so for undergraduates, you're encouraged to visit our website and look at the terms and conditions to participate in the essay competition. The deadline is equally there. We are not sure of extension yet.
Okay.
What is most important is that you're able to participate.
Yeah.
So send your entry. The prize, we have a total of 2 million naira to be won.
Wow.
In this short story book, there are some definitions. These definitions, for example, who is irregular? Okay, what is irregular migration?
Exactly.
So irregular migration is any form of migration embarked upon without regular documentation or without basic documentation like visas, whatever. You are traveling irregularly. Now,
could be a criminal offense.
Of course, it's a criminal offense. Yes, it's an offense. So a lot of them are in prison automatically. They don't even need to send you for any hearing. Automatically, they send you to their prison. And then the other thing is that what are the conditions that could expose you to irregular status? If you travel without these basic documents, you are traveling irregularly. If you travel regularly to these countries and you overstay, and your visa expires or, while you're in that country, from that moment, you are there irregularly, And again, if you work in that place, of course, without work permit, and all of that. That means you are there regularly, but you're not supposed to work, but you're working. Already, you have contravened the very foundation of your presence in that country.
Okay, so before we round up with the show, I would want you to link up migration with, the EndSARS was one of the biggest things that happened in Nigeria, where we had a lot of our young people on the streets. And with the way the whole thing evolved, a lot of these people are also thinking of, okay, maybe this is not working. Can you link up migration with when the youth, they feel like, okay, our government is not even listening to us. We've tried to do our bit and nobody's paying attention. What do you have to say about that?
The NSAS protest was a classic demonstration of failure of a system, of a state, of government, and of an entire ecosystem. Now, you notice that they literally lashed on to an excuse, which was the NSAS, to ventilate so many other frustrations, that go with issues of bad governance, issues of corruption, issues of poor infrastructure, issues of human rights abuses, and so on. And you notice that the people that constituted that movement were majorly young people.
Absolutely.
Teenagers and young adults.
Yes.
Now, these are people that you have neglected over the years as a government. You don't allow them to ventilate their own voices. Even in an election, you see them merely as agents or tools to get to these offices. And after you get to these offices, you shut the doors.
Yes.
Now, they have realized that except they take their destiny into their hands, nothing will ever change. And that was what happened. And it shows one thing, that it's not going to be business as usual. That young people in this country have now realized their powers, their position, and their influence, particularly on what happens in government. And that is why, as a government, I expect serious, reactions, positive reactions from the lessons and the demands of the NSAS. One, a lot of them want to leave because they have hopelessness, in the country.
Sense of hopelessness.
Yes.
He enveloped almost
yes.
everyone.
So that would naturally aggravate and escalate irregular migration.
Absolutely.
If you give those young people to the opportunity to travel, they will go to church and thank God and even give testimony. Yes. Now, as a government, it's a clarion call for you to sit up to ensure that you address all those issues frontally. Issues of stable electricity, issues of corruption in government. As we speak, the level of corruption in the system is amazing. It's better imagined, because every single aspect of government or governance, if you like, has its compromisable, opportunities that people take advantage of.
Absolutely.
And that makes the system not to work the way it's supposed to work. Now, you equally need to ensure that you have systems that allow for meritocracy, for hard work to be rewarded. The issue where you have to know somebody from somebody before you can get anything done collapses the system. That means even if you go to school, it's no longer based on your performance, your result, that you'll be given a job.
I've seen first-class students driving, taxi drivers.
Really. So, reward for hard work is no longer in the system. Reward for merit, merit is no longer in the system. And that kills the entire system. Absolutely. And that is what we need to address. So, NSAS is a signpost to the fact that young people are frustrated, they are tired, and they are no longer ready to compromise or allow things to go the way it has been over the years. So it's something that all of us, not just those who went to protest or who came out to protest, during that period, all of us as Nigerians, we must join hands to push the government to do the right thing in order to reduce the push to travel out of the country. Thank you.
I could go on and on because I'm even engrossed in this conversation. Thank you so much for what you are doing with the organization. I think this is relevant, and I feel that you guys should increase the volume of your mic.
Thank you.
Don't off it. Increase the volume because we have a lot of our young people who are, they are planning to disappear. They will even, some of them say, Auntie Chichi, anywhere, let me just leave Nigeria, even if it's Benin here. So I feel you guys should just increase what you're doing and become more visible on social media so that we can guide our young people, especially the teenagers, the young adults, so that we don't keep repeating, the same mistakes. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. Thank you for watching. This is Taste Time. My name is Auntie Chichi. feel free to reach out to me, connect, and then also connect to Doc and the organization. And until I come your way next week, please don't leave Nigeria irregularly before you get in trouble. Your life is precious. Your future should be intact. Don't worry, Nigeria is going to get better, but until we want it or we have it the way it is, let's keep doing the right things, and then, make sure that we have the right future. Please don't put your life at risk. Even parents, I want to advise you, don't push your children to travel abroad. If things are not done properly, please don't do that. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.